Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's been a few minutes, more than a few minutes. It's literally been over a month since we've last done a video. But something popped up, something pretty bad that we had to deal with. So I wanted to pop on here to let you know, one, we're still very much here, alive and well. Although probably over the last month, not so much alive. For me anyways. So I thought I should pop on here and let you know what's been going on. About a month ago I started experiencing a lot of pain. This caused me to go into the emergency room. I was diagnosed with a couple issues, a colon issue and a kidney issue. Won't go into too much boring detail of that, but it was quite painful. As a matter of fact, the very next day, I was back in the emergency room. 2 days after that, I was in surgery. Excuse me. So that, kept me obviously out of making videos and doing much of anything between emergency room visits, the surgery, the recovery time. So yesterday I had pretty much my last follow-up appointment, and I had a stent removed that was put in while I was in surgery. And let me just tell you this, if you've never had a stent before, especially this type of stent, I don't know how many there are, or if there are any other kinds. I'm sure there is. I know there's heart stents and stuff like that, but this one was uncomfortable, to say the least, pulling out. Like I said, I didn't feel a thing when they put it in because I was in surgery. But yesterday they pulled it out. And although I felt more pain before with different things, the original issue that I went in for was that much more painful. But as far as uncomfortableness, never again will I be awake when they pull a stent out. That was just torturous, the strangest, most uncomfortable feeling. I'm traumatized by it. I'm literally traumatized by it. Just the feeling with what they do with that. So I don't even want to think about it. So with that being said, I am healing up nicely. I'm back to work. As you can see, I'm in the shop right now working, and feeling much better, and I'm ready to do some video content. So I wanted to pop on here and just give you guys a heads up what was going on and why we weren't doing any videos. We do have some events coming up that we'll be going to, and our own events that we'll be doing videos on. So that'll be exciting. 2024, we're going to experiment, not so much experiment, but upgrade our systems a little bit. More remote mics, using those especially outside. We've had them for quite a while, but I always just get lazy and don't use them and regret it after the fact when I got too much background noise, or turning away from the camera, or turning the camera to where you don't hear us as well. So I am using a remote mic today just to make sure that we get in the habit of using the equipment that we have. But I do want to upgrade into a much better camera system, a gimbal system, for smoother transitions and movement of the camera and quality of the video itself. Our biggest goal, one of my biggest goals, I shouldn't say it's my biggest goal, but one of my biggest goals for the year is to really step up the quality of our videos, grow our audience, and just keep putting out better and better content. So that's what I plan on doing this year, on top of course, making a successful business between the shop, Screamcraft Studio, and our museum across the hall. Now, speaking of museum, I'm probably going to add on to this video, just so it's not this short little, what's been going on video. A good friend of ours from Ghost Contact Paranormal, Ben Strongwolf, he'll be in later today, actually in a few minutes. He's doing a video documentary on a piece that's in our museum. It's the most crazy mirror you've ever seen in your life. It's affected literally hundreds of people that have gone into the museum. We've had, since we opened up in May of 2023, mid-May, We've had well over 1,000 people go through the museum, and we figure about 70% of the people have had strange, weird, sometimes horrifying experiences with this particular object. So he's coming in to do a follow-up video of it. Like I said, they're the original investigators when they pulled this item out of this particular home, and now we have it in our museum, so he wants to do a follow-up documentary video on that. So he'll be doing that today. I'll talk to him a little bit about it and kind of introduce it here on this video. So that's what's been going on. We didn't, give up the ship and stop doing videos. It was just, I had to take care of myself. So with that being said, as always, guys, share us out, like the videos. That helps a lot, helps get it out there more and more. And of course, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button so you know when we got new content coming out. Like I said, I just want to keep building better and better and better quality videos. We also have several things popping up this year that will be really exciting to do for video, that I'm really looking forward to putting out there for you guys. So with that said, we will see what else we pop up on this video. It'll be Ben Strongwolf from Ghost Contact Paranormal. Don't know how long it'll be. Don't know exactly what we're going to do with it, but at least introduce you to him and show you the project that he's working on. So let's roll it. Let's see what we get. All right, guys, as promised, we have Ben Strongwolf from Ghost Contact Paranormal with us. We are inside the museum right now, and we just want to talk a little bit about what Ben's up to right now. So I'm gonna turn it over to Ben, and welcome, Ben. How you been?
I am doing well. Right now, I'm actually currently in the process of making a documentary on the mirror that's behind the curtain there, because it's affecting people. And I really wanted to make a documentary on this because of the fact that this was an item that we brought into you guys to the museum here, and actually currently the current homeowner is still dealing with some of the energy left behind from what's in that mirror.
Which is crazy, because the amount of things that we still have happening here, the fact that he still having issues over there, further validates the whole portal theory, which we talked about earlier today when you came in, about, is this portal now reaching from this person's home all the way to here? Possibly. It's a theory. But tell us just a hint about what happened with that investigation.
Yeah. You might have to edit that part out.
Nah.
It'll be on a blooper reel.
Yeah.
So he reached us because we were also on the internet, and he reached out to us over the phone. He called us and tell us, you need to come out here. I'm being attacked in my bed. Didn't really give us detail at that time. It wasn't until I got out there that it literally said, and I don't know if I can use these words on here, that it was literally molesting him sexually in his bed, in an oral way, apparently. So at first, I was kind of like, okay, is this guy crazy, or is there something really going on here? Because, in this field, you got to be careful who you
absolutely
investigate. So I went out there, did a solo investigation at first, just took a couple pieces of equipment. I'll do that on occasion. I'll do like an initial consultation if somebody's got something going on in their home. Generally, I'll bring a camera and a couple pieces of paranormal equipment to just kind of see just an overall what's going on, and kind of give him some comfort. But when I was out there, he told me he was being molested and being pinned to the bed. So I actually, when I first got inside the trailer, it was heavy. There was a heavy feeling. I already picked up on that, and then he showed me the bedroom, and then there was these mirrors that were just adjoined from pillar to pillar, ceiling to floor, and you could just see yourself staring at yourself in 4 different directions, and it made it look like the room was just it gave off a weird vibe. And so my first thought, okay, this has got to be a portal here, and he had it in every corner of every room in his trailer. Anyway, so I was talking with my medium Garth about this, and I wanted to get him out there to get his take, because he can really see spirits and communicate with them, whereas me, I'm just a tech guy. I just go in, I can feel the presence of a spirit, but I can't necessarily see him, communicate with them. So I brought Garth in, and another one of our team members by the name of Joe, and we went in there. We just tried to investigate, see exactly what it was, because that's exactly what the homeowner wanted. I mean, he wanted it gone, but he wanted to know what it was and why it was attacking him. And so we're out there and we're investigating, and Joe actually decides he's going to try and taunt the spirit a little bit. So he lays down on the floor, asks the spirit to come sit on him like he was doing with the homeowner, and it replied, and it pinned him to the ground. Now, you've seen Garth, you know how big he is.
Big guy.
6'4", 200 something pounds. I'm not going to guess his weight.
Yeah, we won't offend him, but yeah, he's a good 250.
Yeah, he's a big guy,
yep.
And he could not pick him up. It had pinned him to the floor so much that a grown man could not pick him up. And so I was in the other room, actually communicating on the K2 meter, and it was going off like crazy, responding to my questions. So yeah, whatever was there was pretty strong.
So you guys eventually, throughout your investigation, doing the voice recording that we talked about earlier, you guys eventually pulled the mirror out of there. What happened when you guys did that?
So actually what we ended up happening was, because I had some time off and Garth was a little busy, so I decided to go there myself and do this. And I came armed with everything. I brought holy water, salt water. I brought my ghost gun, which is basically a bug of salt. So, because salt, I guess, is like a something that takes. It's supposed to be a purifier.
Yeah, it's similar to how holy water would work, or ghost waters, things like that, spirit water. So
yeah. So in essence, I call it my ghost gun. I was shooting around and trying to shoot the spirits. And but it's hard to do a real cleansing on a trailer because it's not grounded. It's not fixed to the foundation of the earth. And so you're having to put crystals in all the windows and smudging with the windows open to get the spirits out. And you want to do it properly, so in essence, because if you don't, you're basically poking a bear inside of a cage.
Now you guys, or you more specifically, I believe, what happened in the mirror when you guys pulled it out?
I pulled the mirror out in one corner, which you'll see in my documentary that'll be coming out in 2024. That when I was pulling that last mirror out, because they had glued it to the wall really hard.
They're big, heavy mirrors.
Yeah, and when I was pulling the last part, the bottom piece broke off, and the rest of the mirror shattered. And so I ended up having to sweep it up and everything. And I took that last shard home. I thought, hey, this is a pretty cool little piece. Call it like a souvenir.
Right.
It was shortly after that my brother said he got bad feelings from this mirror.
Mm-hmm.
And I hadn't even brought it in the house yet. It was just sitting in my garage.
Mm-hmm.
So thankfully I hadn't brought it in the house. My wife would have probably killed me.
Yes, she would have.
But eventually I wanted to donate this to the museum because the feelings that my brother and I were getting off this mirror, we felt like it would still had some activity in it.
And so that takes us to where we're at today, where we talked about earlier, the mirror itself, you know, what it's been doing to our clientele, our guests, different professionals that work in the paranormal and metaphysical communities have all had major experiences with this. So we look forward to seeing your video. You always do a good job with your videos, your investigations. You're definitely part of our family here. For those of you guys that don't know, we have worked extensively with Ghost Contact Paranormal and them with us. They're at all of our events. So you'll be seeing more from Ben, Beth, and his crew. And so thanks a lot for being on our show, and good hunting.
Oh yeah, we're the local ghost team based right here in Lansing. So
Yep.
if anybody needs help with us to come out and investigate because you got something going on in your home, we're the people to call.
They're the ones to call, so you can get hold of them directly. I'll have their information in the description below, and you could always stop in the shop or the museum and talk about your experiences, and we can connect you with Ben and his team. So thanks a lot for being here. Thank you guys for being here. As always, subscribe to the channel, share it out, like the videos that you like, hit the notification buttons like I always say. Let's get this channel moving upwards. So we'll see you guys next time around, and happy hunting, guys.